Devious Maids is a spicy soap about rich Beverly Hills housewives and the maids who hate them. As a sexy bodyguard with a shadowy past, our next guest is giving the hit Lifetime series a strong dose of testosterone. Take a look.
Valentina, we're back. Valentina, please come. I require alcohol.
Maybe she's at the store.
Have you noticed a change in her behavior lately?
What kind of a change?
After our last conversation, she gave me this look of disdain.
Are you sure?
I know that look. It's the same one I give people who fly coach. Do you think there's a chance she knows about us?
No, we've been ridiculously discreet.
That's true. But
come on, Valentina's obviously not home, so how about I get you drunk and touch you inappropriately?
Please do.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Here to tell us about his new role on Devious Maids is actor Dominic Adams. Welcome to the program.
Hi guys, how are you both? Thank you for having me.
Dominic, where's the accent from?
So I am English. Originally I'm from a city called Bristol, which is an hour and a half southwest of London. Yes, and I transplanted myself to America 3 years ago.
Transplanted.
Yes, transplanted.
So you play the shadowy bodyguard on Devious Maids.
Very shadowy.
Yeah, tell us how you landed this role and what drew you to this project.
Well, first of all, you know, the show's been a real success. So as an actor, you're very fortunate if you're joining a show in that situation.
Yes.
Obviously, the first season did really well and continued to grow exponentially throughout its first run. So doing a project where you haven't got this dagger hanging over your head and you're thinking, is it going to get picked up? Is it going to go past pilot? It's a great place or time to join the show. And then, you know, I auditioned for it. I met Mark Cherry, the creator, and things went really well. And I'm very happy to be there.
Still, you're the new kid on the block. So how does that feel?
It's a bit like starting school, you know, the first day of school where you go in and there's a bit of trepidation. Are people going to talk to me? Am I going to be made to sit in the corner? Are there going to be cliques? But no, everyone was very lovely, very warm, and it's not bad going to work every day with these feisty, lovely, independent Latina women that I deal with. So it all went well.
And you work with the fabulous Susan Lucci.
I do work with the evergreen, beautiful, wonderful Susan Lucci.
Yes. My goodness.
She's a pretty incredible woman.
Isn't she?
And very, very sweet.
Yes, she was amazing.
She is so awesome.
She really is. I mean, I didn't know who she was.
Really?
But, okay, I didn't.
You never heard of Erica Kane? Come on.
Not at all.
No, but I think that speaks more to just the fact that I'd come from England.
Absolutely.
And then I got here, and I got the show, and then everyone said, "Oh my gosh, Susan Lucci," and I was like, "Oh, you know her?"
Yes,
and then
yes.
Yes. So
only a legend.
Yeah, only a legendary. She's only been on television for as long as I can remember. So no, she's great.
Let's talk some more about your character. Your character is ex-Special Forces. He's pretty imposing. What did you do to prepare for the role physically?
Well, I've always been a pretty active guy, and I've trained martial arts-wise. I've trained quite a bit since I was young, and you know I like to stay fit, and I lift and run, and so those were obviously basic components that I adhere to in my life, and obviously they fit the role. And then I've just known a lot of these people in real life. I have known a lot of guys who have these slightly dubious, shadowy past, but they work as security. You know, I've been around these people.
Let's talk about your past. How did you end up in television? Because you look like you probably used to model, is that correct?
Well, thank you. That's very kind of you. You're such a charmer, and you're looking so beautiful today. I have to say, both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tony.
We're all doing the black thing as well.
Yes, we got the memo.
Yeah.
We got the memo.
I modelled when I was younger a bit, but it just wasn't really for me. You know, I was very keen. I did my first play at 13.
Oh, really?
And
do you remember your first role?
Yeah, my first play was in a musical. The guy that wrote Blood Brothers, which has been on Broadway for a long time.
Yes.
He wrote another play called Our Day Out. Willie Russell is his name, and that was the first thing I ever did. And then by about 16, it was set. I was like, this is what I have to do. I feel like I can't do anything else. It's kind of vocational like that. And then, yeah, I just dedicated myself to learning, and I went through all the sort of levels in England in terms of training and ended up going to drama school. And then was like, hey, Los Angeles is where I want to be. So I just kind of made the jump.
How do you Brits keep coming over here and taking all of these jobs from these American actors? You just come over and just take all these gigs.
It's a, you know, it is a funny thing, and it's obviously it has become such a thing.
Yes.
You know, everyone is Australians, English, they're everywhere. Why is it? And
with these amazing American accents, you know, you train and learn.
Yeah, well, I think the thing is, you know, there's great actors everywhere, every country, there really is. But, you know, I can speak to, in England, you really have to kind of go through the training.
Yes.
If you want to be an actor, you have to really adhere and commit to learning. And I think sometimes that can get sort of misplaced. Maybe in the US, sometimes with some people, they just kind of think, especially in this society these days, oh, fame, and it's about trying to get famous. And no, it's about the work.
Yeah.
It's about the work. And that's a very, you know, I'm an artist, and that's what's really important to me.
Well, we believe you to be an artist, but all that handsome around all those women, does it ever get to be a distraction? I just wonder.
For him or for the women?
Well, let's find out. That's called a two-parter. That's a two-parter.
Okay.
First for you.
Okay. I'm just, they are...
He blushes.
They are, well, a little bit. They're wonderful, you know, and it's great when, you know, sometimes with beautiful women, beautiful people, that there's a stigma sometimes that they might be a bit too concerned with that as opposed to other things.
Yeah,
Right.
the work.
Yeah, the work, or just in general being a nice person. And that's not the case with you know, any of my my co-workers. They're all fantastic, from Rosalind Sanchez to Judy Reyes, to Susan Lucci, to Anna Ortiz. You know, even the lovely Eddie Gannam, who's the youngest. They're all just beautiful people inside.
Okay, part two. Are they distracted by you?
You'd have to ask them.
Okay.
You've heard.
But I do run around with my shirt off quite a lot on the show, for whatever that means.
You want to take it off now?
No. But thank you for asking.
Just wanted to give you an option.
Very kind of you. Very kind.
So what's next for you?
We'll see. Yeah, there's a few irons in the fire. And obviously, we'll see what happens the next season of Devious. But, you know, there's a couple of film projects that sort of we're looking at. And for me, personally, it's just I want to do stuff that helps me to grow as an individual.
Yeah. I can see you on Broadway, too, the stage.
I would
I think so,
I would
yeah.
love, it's please, if anyone's watching and has got something that thinks right for me, I would love to get back to stage.
From
and
your
something
mouth,
like that.
Lola, to the Great White Way. Well, let's tell our viewers where they can see you now.
Yeah.
You can watch Devious Maids Sundays at 10 p.m. Eastern on the Lifetime Network.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Thank
You're
you.
watching
Real pleasure.
Rise Entertainment 360.